Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I will teach you how to pass an Operations Supervisor interview. So if you are applying to become an Operations Supervisor with any company or organisation, make sure you stay tuned because I promise to help you be the standout candidate at your interview. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover during this tutorial. So I'm going to give you a list of Operations Supervisor interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. These questions are going to come up during your interview, and it's really important that you have solid answers prepared. I will then give you some really important tips for answering each of the interview questions, and I will then give you brilliant, unique, top scoring answers to all of the questions to help you pass your interview. You cannot find these answers anywhere else, and they really are very strong. And then finally, I will tell you where you can download all of the answers and also further resources to help you succeed and pass that really important interview. And just very quickly, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's really important. Literally thousands and thousands of you are passing your interviews, and I can only help you if you are subscribed. And please also give the video a like. Thank you very much, because that tells me you find these tutorials useful, and it also motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. So the first Operations Supervisor interview question I want you to prepare for is tell me about yourself. Now, in your response to this very first Operations Supervisor interview question, make sure you talk about the skills you have, any applicable experience you have gained that is relevant to the role, and also, more importantly, what you will do in the role if they hire you. I also recommend, and this is an important tip, that you practice your answer to this first question, because this will help get your interview off to a confident start. Here's a brilliant example answer to help you. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this Operations Supervisor position with your company today. I would describe myself as a confident, knowledgeable, and commercially driven Operations Supervisor who has a track record of success in previous roles. Over the years, I have worked in various positions that always pushed and challenged me, and that gave me the right competencies and attributes to become a highly effective Operations Supervisor. For example, in my last role, I was responsible for turning around an underperforming team, and I took decisive action early on in the position to streamline operational processes and procedures. I am a strong communicator and delegator. My time management skills are impeccable, and I always demonstrate excellent interpersonal skills whenever dealing with team members, contractors, suppliers, and stakeholders. Everything I do in my work will be geared toward helping you achieve your commercial and financial objectives. And if you hire me as your Operations Supervisor, I will come into the role and have an immediate and positive impact. I will make sure my team operates at maximum capacity, and I will deal with daily problems in a way that is always in the best interests of your company. That is an outstanding, top scoring answer to that first question. Tell me about yourself, that will give you confidence for the rest of your interview. Now, you can either pause the video if you want to and take note of the questions and answers as we work through them together, or if you wait, I will soon tell you where you can download my full set of 24 Operations Supervisor interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are covering together today. Here's the next question. Why do you want to become an Operations Supervisor? Now, being an Operations Supervisor is challenging. You must manage multiple responsibilities, respond quickly to operational problems, and also manage a team of people. It takes skill and determination to be competent in this type of role. Make sure you give valid reasons for why you want to become an Operations Supervisor. Here's my example answer to help you. Why do you want to become an Operations Supervisor? Here we go. I want to become an Operations Supervisor primarily because I enjoy the level of responsibility that comes with the role. In operational management, there are always difficult challenges to overcome. You have to work smart and fast to achieve your objectives, and there is always something new to learn. I also enjoy the people management side of being an operations supervisor. I believe I can get the most out of any team, and I enjoy being the person who has ultimate responsibility for the day-to-day operations of an organisation. Cracking answer, a really good answer. And you can see how these responses are going to put you ahead of the competition at your forthcoming interview. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to work through with you. But when you're ready, click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, head through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download instantly my 24 Operations Supervisor interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are working through together today. Here's the next question. What are the most important skills and qualities needed to be an operations supervisor? Now, this interview question comes up often during operations supervisor job interviews. Make sure you read the job description carefully before you attend your interview. Studying the job description will help you to understand what the employer is looking for in the successful candidate. Here's another great example answer. What are the most important skills and qualities needed to be an operations supervisor? Here we go. To be a competent operations supervisor, you need excellent planning, organising and delegation capabilities. Delegating tasks to team members based on their strengths is vital if you are to achieve the company's strategic objectives. Outstanding operations supervisors are brilliant communicators and listeners. They can sell their vision to their team, give instructions and messages with total clarity, and they can persuade and influence people to follow their course of action. Other important skills and qualities needed to be a competent operations supervisor include strong leadership capabilities, a versatile style of leadership to suit the situation you are facing, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and the ability to motivate, lead, and manage teams of people to deliver best value for the company. Another really, really good answer that shows you have a thorough understanding of the different skills and qualities needed to be an outstanding operations supervisor. Here's the next question. How would you deal with an underperforming member of your team? Wow, this is a difficult one. Now, underperformance must be dealt with swiftly in your role as an operations supervisor. Make sure you give an answer that demonstrates you already have a set plan you will follow to quickly resolve team member underperformance in your role as an operations supervisor. Here's a great example answer. How would you deal with an underperforming member of your team? Here we go. I would deal with an underperforming member of my team by responding to the situation robustly and swiftly. As soon as I detected there was an issue, I would speak to the team member in private and ask them to explain the reason for their underperformance. Now, this would be an important step to take because they may have personal problems they are dealing with, or they may feel they haven't received the right training. I would be very surprised if their underperformance was due to a lack of motivation, because I am a good motivator and mentor who can get the most out of everyone in a team. Now, once I had established the reason for the underperformance, I would put a definitive plan of action in place, including the steps I wanted them to take to make the necessary improvements before monitoring them over the forthcoming weeks to make sure they get back on track quickly. Now, as an operations supervisor, if you fail to deal with underperformance quickly, it can affect the entire team's performance, and it also sends a message to the rest of your team that you are not a responsive and confident leader. That's a great decisive answer to that common operations supervisor interview question. Here's the next one that I strongly recommend you prepare for. Tell me about a time when you had to make a decision without all the information you needed. Wow, this is a really difficult one. It's called a behavioural interview question. So this is a very difficult operations supervisor interview question to answer. My advice is to make sure you use the STAR technique to structure your answer. So STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. Let me give you a brilliant example answer that uses the STAR technique. Tell me about a time when you had to make a decision without all the information you needed. Here we go. In my last role, I received a request from another company department for a member of my team to join theirs for 14 days to work on an important time-sensitive project. The member of staff was needed due to staff sickness in the other department. I made contact with the department head to ascertain the type of skills they would need the member of staff to have. However, she was unavailable, so I had to decide which member of staff to send them without all the information I needed. So I called another supervisor in the company who I knew had some knowledge about the project they were working on. Now, he informed me that it was a technical web-based project and the majority of team members were competent IT workers and strong communicators. Now, once I had this information, I then analysed the strengths of my team and chose a member of staff to send over who I felt would add value to their project. Whenever I have to make decisions with limited information, I will try to gather facts from other available sources before deciding on the best course of action that is in the best interests of the company. That's a great answer. It shows that you are not afraid to make a decision without having all the information to hand, and you then try to get additional information from other sources. And you then use a logical approach to making the right decision. Here's the next question. How would you motivate your team as an operations supervisor? Now, this is another tough operations supervisor interview question that is assessing your leadership skills. My advice is to talk about the guiding principles you always follow when motivating a team of people toward achieving a company's goals. So use those words in your answer, guiding principles. Here's a brilliant example response. How would you motivate your team as an operations supervisor? Here we go. Whenever I motivate a team, I always follow 6 guiding principles. Number 1, I conduct performance reviews with each team member of staff to ascertain their strengths, their training needs, and their ambitions. I can then motivate my team members based on their individual needs. Number 2, I share my vision openly with all team members, and I refer to it often during team meetings and discussions because this helps give clarity about the goals we are all working towards. Number 3, I will communicate regularly with my team members without micromanaging them. I will periodically check they are all okay, and I will be on hand to offer advice and guidance when needed. This helps to make everyone in the team feel appreciated and supported. Number 4, I will create a positive working environment and also recruit a diverse workforce because diversity brings different ideas and opinions, which I think is healthy. Number 5, I will be honest with my team members and provide feedback and constructive criticism to help them improve, because without feedback, my team will not move forward. Finally, number 6, I will give praise for good work and I will create opportunities for everyone in the team. That's a brilliant answer. And you are referencing 6 guiding principles whenever you motivate your team. So I recommend you learn those because these are great management skills to have when you are undertaking your role as an operations supervisor. Here's the next question. A member of your team fails to complete a task on time and to the required standard. Who's to blame? Wow, this is a tricky one. Now, this question again comes up often during operations supervisor interviews, but if you say the member of your team is the one who's responsible, you could fail your interview. So here's a great example response. A member of your team fails to complete a task on time and to the required standard. Who's to blame? As the operations supervisor, I would be responsible for this situation. It is my responsibility to lead and monitor my team and to make sure suitable resources and staff are allocated to each task to ensure it is completed on time and to the expected standard. That's a great answer because it shows that you understand you have ultimate responsibility. It's up to you to make sure everything is done on time and to the required standard. So it shows that you take ownership of everything within your team and your job remit. Now, the next thing to do is click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of 24 Operations Supervisor interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we have been working through together today during this tutorial. It's a fantastic resource and it's going to put you ahead of the competition at your forthcoming interview. At the very least, go through to that website and take a look at all the 24 questions I recommend you prepare for. I've also put 5 really important tips on that page to help you get the most out of your pre-interview preparation time. Make sure you check it out. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As you can see, lots of people are passing their interviews, and I can only help you if you are subscribed. And also by subscribing, I can help you negotiate a salary in your job interview and also gain promotion during future job interviews. Please give the video a like because that tells me you do find these tutorials useful and it always motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you so much. And also don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals and managers such as yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your Operations Supervisor job interview. Have a great day.